country of negative interest rate, what kind of things you can do to put your money to work and start investing is what I'm going to explain to you in this video. We're going to go through 3 different methods that you can use to invest your money, to put your money to work. And this is going to be a relevant video for anybody who is a student, who is a professional, or who is thinking about just putting their money to some kind of use because they have been watching a lot of personal finance videos. So for all of this, I'm going to then start with the first method, which is the most common method, and a lot of German people use it, which is the Tagesgeldkonto. Now, Tagesgeldkonto is a very flexible deposit because what happens is that whenever you have some kind of money lying in your bank account, we talked about this, the negative interest rate kicks in. So you have to pay the bank's money so that your account is being kept by them. Now, this is called in German Kontoführungsgebühren. So this is like your running costs for the account. And this can range anywhere from 4 or 5 euros per month to up to like 10, 15 euros per month. So you have to decide what kind of bank you're with. For students, there is some relaxation. So many banks allow students to have a free account till a specific age. The age is 25 years old, but there also you have a limit of how much money can come inside your bank account every single month. And on the other hand, some banks will ask you to have at least a minimum money coming inside your bank account. For example, Commerzbank, if you're going with the student option with them, they will ask you to have at least 700 euros per month coming inside. Now, it's pretty nice because like if you're using a blocked account as a student, as a foreign student who is living in Germany and studying here, of course, the blocked account money that you get is around 861 euros. So that pretty much covers it, right? But if you just keep the money lying there, it's not making any kind of interest for you. That's why Germans love this option of Tagesgeldkonto. It is a flexible deposit where you earn interest of 0.2% or something like that. Then you're leaving the money lying in the bank account for a while. The nice thing about this is you can cancel your account most of the times, anytime, and you can also withdraw the money very flexibly. So you don't have to wait for a specific period of time till your money is growing to a specific level, or that you have a contract that you have to keep the money inside till a specific date or something like that. None of that exists for Tagesgeldkonto. So that is something interesting, and also like to show you this screenshot real quick. This is something that I found out on Check24. This is again another very popular website that people use in Germany to take a look at different kind of like deals for energy, for finance, things like that. So here, for example, we have taken a look at Tagesgeldkonto. We put inside 1,000 euros. And we are planning to keep it inside 1 month, and then we will just get 0.2%. And now if anybody who knows about inflation anyways during the COVID times have really risen high, and otherwise too it has been somewhere around 1.5 to 2%. In Germany it's around 1.5%. So that means if you're leaving your money in the Tagesgeldkonto, that means your purchasing power is still decreasing by minus 1.3% every single year for the money that you're already having inside that account. So personally for me, this is not so interesting. Like many people think that this is investing your money, but this is not investing your money. Now, the next option that you have is Festgeldkonto. Festgeldkonto is a fixed term deposit. That means if you put the money inside, you cannot take it out before the duration that was fixed at the time you signed a contract with the company. Simply like a bank account, you can put the money inside, you can transfer the money, or you can go to the bank and put cash inside. Like both of these things work. But the rates here are a bit better because you don't have the access to your money. They can put your money to use somewhere else and then still give you the money back for the time of expiration of the contract. That means at the time when you can take out the money. So here, if you take a look at the screenshot again, we have seen that if you want to put your money inside for 1 year in Festgeldkonto, then you're getting an interest rate of around 0.61%. But again, this company is in Latvia, right? So it's not in Germany. Most of the other banks which are giving you any kind of interest, you will not find them essentially in Germany. They're generally in the other European Union countries. So for example, this one says 0.61%, another one says 0.6%, then 0.56%. So all of these are options that are available to you. I personally, again, am not a huge fan because even if you consider the inflation for 1.5%, you're still having a deduction of your purchasing power of up to 0.9% per year. Still a bit better than what you're doing when you're investing in Tagesgeldkonto, but you don't have the flexibility. If something goes wrong, you cannot take out the money quickly, which is a big problem, and this is something that I absolutely don't like. With this, we come to the third option, which is investing in the stock market. Now, many people confuse investing with trading. these people like with all of these different kind of monitors and just like typing on the keyboard and like selling stocks and buying stocks and things like that. But this is not how it's supposed to be, like when you're just like investing, and especially when you're starting as a beginner. You don't have to have all of these crazy algorithms, and you don't have to learn like the charts and everything like that. What you can do is you can passively invest in the entire stock market. Now, there are multiple instruments which allow you to do that, and some of them are called ETFs, or exchange traded funds. Now, these ETFs follow some specific benchmarks. For example, if you will find the ETF for S&P 500, that will be following the index S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in USA, right? If you're going to MSCI World has its own criteria. It is like, diversified over 23 developed nations and has around 1,600 companies underlying them. So that is another benchmark. So like whenever you type inside your broker, or like whenever you search for any kind of ETF, whatever kind of index that ETF is following is something you can find generally in the name of the ETF. Now I will show you with an example. I will take you to my portfolio, which I have at Scalable Capital. I've been using them since I think 2020. Yeah, so like mid of 2020. And it's pretty nice. Like so far the experience I have is really nice, and you can also see it from the amount of money I have lying around at their depot, because if you don't have a trust in a specific broker, you would never put so much money inside that. For me, like it is not a problem at all. Like I have had really good experience with them, and investing experience has been actually like pretty decent. No? So I will show you here. You have my portfolio. I have Enphase Energy, iShares, Core MSCI World, Main Street Capital, NEO, Palantir Technologies, SL Green Realty, and Tesla, right? So now the very first ETF that I started saving was iShares, Core MSCI World. Now the nice thing about this was that I bought this ETF with the money that I received from Alina's parents. So on my birthday, it was around 100 euros. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to like, waste these 100 euros anywhere, but I'm going to use this 100 euros because it's not my money, and I will just put it inside the stock market, and I will see like, how it works. As soon as I put inside, my hope was that it will just directly go to zero, which of course it didn't, because like historically, if you see, the markets have been generally rising over the span of 10 years. And like whenever you put the money inside, the longer you keep it, the higher the chances are that the money is going to rise. And when you talk about MSCI World, it has been growing at a rate of around 7 to 8% per year. So that means if I show you another calculator, if you're having $1,000 or like 1,000 euros in this case, and you're just like leaving it like that, then you will be able to get 14,000 euros just by leaving that 1,000 euros aside. So like you're making your money 14 times in 40 years. But again, 40 years is too much to wait. So what do? We try to change it a bit. We start doing regular deposits, and we don't do it for like, 500 euros. We do it for 300 euros in the starting. Now you see, in the same exact time, because the market is growing and you're getting 7% rate of interest on your money, towards the end, you will end up having around 700,000 euros, which is also pretty nice. And from this, 588,000 is just the interest. Now, what if you like change your things a bit more? So let's start putting aside 500 euros per month. Now here you see, you will be crossing a million till the time you hit your retirement. Let's say you're starting investing with 25 or something, till you hit 65, you will have 1 million euros in your portfolio. And this is something similar that I've seen in my portfolio too. For example, I started investing in MSCI World back in, I think January 2020. And so if you take a look at what was the situation back in like January 2020. In January 2020, it was the MSCI World was at 56 euros per share price. Now, this is very interesting because now all of those things that I bought back then, it's now at 69 euros per share price. And it has been like pretty stable. Even if you take a look at the maximum history, it has been generally going up, which is like, pretty nice. So that means whenever you put some money inside and you are actually taking the money out sometime in the future, you have higher chances that you have put your money to work. And when you give your money to companies which are always focused towards growth, when their profits grow and their earnings grow, willingness of other investors to put that money inside the company also grows. And now MSCI World, because it has a lot of major companies underlying it, you have Amazon, you have Tesla, a lot of different kind of companies, Facebook, Alphabet, and so on. So all of these things are already included inside. That means if you're investing in MSCI World, you don't have to invest in another index, S&P 500, which is essentially also having the same kind of companies which MSCI World is already covering. Now, so these kind of things you have to keep in mind. Right now, my portfolio is lying at 121,000 euros. And just like I told you about the MSCI World, you can either set up savings plan, which I'm going to talk about in another video, or you can buy them. For example, you want to buy this ETF for 300 euros. So you just directly put inside 300 euros, you click on Order vorbereiten. You can use stop order or limit order, which I'm going to explain in the next video. Quickly click on Kaufen, and that's pretty much it. You have bought 300 euros worth of the broad market index, which is going to keep your money growing. More videos are going to be coming up during this week on personal finance, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. And I will see you from Monday to Friday this week about investing and personal finance in Germany. Thank you so much for watching this video, and share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.